So what I want to do in this video is give you some context and some background as far as my story, why I do what I do, how I know what I know, and what I've been through to get to where I am today. I'm making this video because basically I've been getting a lot of questions in comments pertaining to this and asking these kinds of questions. So it makes sense to me to just give you, a brief history because obviously it's 26 years of life and I could be here for 12 hours. So what I'm going to do is try to wrap it up in just a few minutes to give you an idea and some context. So the first question is obviously, why do I do what I do? Meaning make videos, make podcasts, create various audio courses, ebooks, etc. My intention with doing these things is first and foremost to help other people. Now, why would I want to do that? Basically because I know what it's like to feel really terrible and to have problems in your life, to have suffering, to have pain and stress and trauma of a lot of different kinds, whether that's mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual. I know what these things are like. How do I know what these things are like? Because I spent a lot of my life in that place, in a very dark, depressed, disconnected, isolated, hopeless place. A lot of my teenage years and early 20s was in that state. So I know what that's like, and I remember that pain. It's not something that I forgot. There was a phase in my life, which is probably quite common, especially for like hippies and people who get into getting high and like feeling good, is sometimes you get so high that you forget, you're like, what, people are sad? Like, what? Why would you feel, why, what, really? And you kind of lose touch, which, if you get out of body enough and ungrounded enough, that's what happens, but it's part of the learning process. So to get back to the point here, the reason why I make videos is first to hopefully help other people to relieve suffering and to speed up the process of learning and evolution for another person. Because there's people in my life that I would not be where I am today without their help, without their advice or wisdom or insight along the way. People that have just tremendously, you can even say saved my life almost, or just put me on a path, put me back in touch with myself. So I just want to return that favor as best I can. I'm not the best at it, I'm not perfect. And when I first started my videos, they were really terrible. And step by step, they're getting a little bit better as I'm growing and just experimenting more. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, or doing what I'm doing, I should say, is to hopefully help other people and relieve suffering. And as a result, grow as a person, share what I've learned, and share my experiences. So what I've been through is a little bit of what I just explained or described to you, which is a lot of my teenage life feeling disconnected, isolated, depressed, lost, hopeless, just hating my life, meaning I gotta go to this school tomorrow and for the next 10 years and I hate it. I don't really like any of these people. They don't really understand me. I don't really understand them. I have to play this fake role, these fake games. It's stressful, it's stupid, it's annoying, blah blah blah. Just that was the story, and that was 12 years of my life full time. I remember from when I first went to kindergarten, just crying and screaming and begging, please, don't make me go. And then that pretty much was my attitude towards school for the next 12 years, and even in college, which improved a little bit because I had a little more control over what I learned and didn't learn, but still, never really liked it. So I say that because I know what pain is like. I know what all of these things are like. So that's why I went on a path to learn what I've learned. Meaning, more specifically, when I graduated high school, I was 40 pounds heavier than I am now. Meaning, I weigh about 140 now, and then I weighed about 180, which is a lot for my. And as you can see, I'm skinny and kind of, lanky and bony, but that's just my build. That's just my archetype. And I thought, let me just put on a bunch of muscle, and I did, and I felt awful. It ruined my athletic ability and was really just a lot to carry around. And I had to figure out, okay, how can I lose this weight? 40 pounds it's a pretty decent amount of weight, which I did without really trying, without really forcing it, just setting my mind, okay, I want to lose this weight. I'm going to make some changes, boom, it's done. And it happened. And it happened without a lot of effort, just a few different shifts. So that was the first thing. And then, okay, I feel really depressed. I feel really unhappy and just hopeless in my life. Okay, I need to find something different that makes me feel good. I need to do something and get rid of these thoughts or change my thoughts or just do whatever I need to do to feel better, because in my mind, in my heart, I somehow just had a feeling towards, okay, maybe this can work, maybe it won't, but it's definitely better than just sitting here feeling like crap. Like, what I'm saying is, it's better to try something, a new technique or something, and fail. It's better to do that rather than just like sit on the couch and feel sorry for yourself. At least you're doing something and moving forward. So that was my intention. I was lucky enough to attract different things and be exposed to different things and work in a library and just be dedicated and focused and committed to solving problems and figuring out different ways of doing things and finding out solutions. And that process is still unfolding. Is as many things as I've solved along the way, there's still things ahead of me that are yet to be solved. Meaning this process never ends and we're always in the middle. Meaning there's someone higher, there's someone lower, there's the past, there's the future, there's what we're moving away from versus what we're moving towards, etc. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, and that's a little bit of what I've been through. And my intention is to do these things, these videos, these podcasts, to share what I've learned. And how do I know what I know? Through solving my own problems, through figuring things out for myself and finding out what works versus what doesn't work. So if you have any questions or comments, post them below, and I'll talk to you soon.